we've been getting fewer people here in the sanctuary, actually. And then many of the ones that come to the sanctuary sit back in the back. But we're glad for everyone that's here, one way or the other. We get quite a few people who are listening, watching our services, and that's encouraging. However, the message that Yahweh has laid upon me today is a message that I've preached before. And basically, without success. I know of 3 people that came here to this assembly. And when I preached this message, they left and never been back. And that's okay. Because I have a responsibility to preach what Yahweh gives me to preach. And if it makes people upset, mad, then that's too bad. Because I don't want to be lost. Ezekiel chapter 33. Now I want you to understand something. When I get up here and speak the word of Yahweh, I am your watchman. Not only me, when someone else gets up here and speaks the word of Yahweh, they are your watchmen. If they are speaking the words of this book, then they are speaking the words of the watchman. So, again, the word of Yah come down unto me, saying, Son of man, speak unto the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him up for a watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet and warn the people. Some of you wasn't here last week. And I preached a message that Yah has given me in this last day, a warning, a big warning that there's going to come sudden destruction. Whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else, it's going to happen. I believe myself that the scripture bears it out that it's here. So when I preach to you, there's going to be sudden destruction. Get ready. Quit worrying about your neighbor. Quit worrying about your brother. Worry about number one. Get number one ready. You're the one that's going to stand there when the books are opened. And you're going to be judged out of the books. Not how you feel. Not how whether you're feeling good or bad. You're going to be judged out of the book. The books, all of them, and there's many of them, are going to be open, and the book of life. First thing you're going to be, you're going to search there. Is Buddy Arthur there in the book of life? If Buddy Arthur's not there in the book of life, forget the other books. There's other books, I'm sure, that are called by different names. Book of praise. Turn over to the book of praise here. Buddy in the book of praise. Did he praise? Did he spend time praising? Let me look in the book of fasting here. Did he fast? Let's look in the book of prayer here. How much time did he spend in prayer? Now, all of that is not the message. The message is your heart. If your heart's in the right place, you'll be in all the books. If he sees the sword come up on the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Then whosoever hears the sound of the trumpet and takes not a warning, if the sword comes and takes him away, his blood's up on him. The blood is up on the one that hears and does not do. For he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be up on him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word of my mouth and warn him from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that the wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at your hand. You that don't come Wednesday night when we have our meeting, and some of you I know are quite a distance away, but we spoke on this thing. Basically, about how much more he that takes the place of the watchman is required of him. It's not a little thing to take that place as a watchman. It's a great responsibility. So let's go back to the first. Okay? Genesis chapter 4. Now we were given the answer to all things right here at the very first. The first two boys that were born, Cain and Abel. These were the first two boys. And this is the first record of an offering, of a sacrifice in the whole Bible. Verse 3, and in the process of time, it comes to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Father Yah. Sounds like he's a good guy. He did what he was told, no doubt, that he needed to do. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. And Father Yah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and his offering, he had not respect. And of course, Cain got mad. And his countenance fell. And Father Yah said unto Cain, why are you wroth? And why is your countenance fall? If you had done well, should not yours be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and it shall rule over him. Why'd you get mad, Cain? Your heart wasn't right. Your brother brought the very first fruits that he had, and the best that he had. And he was accepted. Cain brought an offering. He couldn't bring something of the flock because he raised vegetables. And he brought vegetables. It wasn't that Abel brought of the animals that made him righteous and Cain unrighteous. And we have a big problem of unrighteousness in our hearts. If you have righteousness in your heart, you just will naturally do right. I've seen a big failure, and it's up to me to preach it. Some people, there are a few people who brings the first of their offering, whatever it is, they bring the first. There's people here who sends tithing, people that don't live here. Sends tithing. But if you send tithing because you felt like, well, I ought to do it, you're wasting your time. You ought to go buy your bicycle or something. It won't be accepted.